Karibuni tena to another episode of Fnnr. I'm your host Mbeta Jerry and Ndugu the musician. What's up? By the way, the reason I'm calling myself the musician is because I have writing credits somewhere. Not writing credits, more of nimesaidiana mahali kutengeneza mixing ya masari na ikatokea vifiti, watu wamesikia wakasema iko sawa, iko noma, iko fiti. Manzi, hey, telling you I'm that guy these days. So who knows? In a few years, in a few months, mtaniona mahali. But anyway, so today we're gonna review an album that I wanted to hate on. Mr. Danganya. I have a love-hate relationship with Steph Kapela. Tangu atoke at World Production, nimekuwa na my issues, sijui. But maybe I've just been biased. Maybe because I liked the chemistry and then I was like, come on man, how can you just leave and then unatuacha aje hivi bana? Alafu unaacha kurelease vitu. But so here we have Vikky Secrets. This is an album that shocked me. So let's get to it. Now, ukiingia kwa intro kwa hii kitu, kuna reverb. Kuna kitu inaitwa reverb. Reverb ni hiyo kitu watu wengine wanaitanga echo. And I'm telling you, it is heavy. It is heavy. Ule jamaa aliweka reverb ni kama aliulizwa how much akasema yes. Kajaza hiyo kitu hapo ndani. But the funny thing is it works. This is one of those reverb things that where you listen to and you're like, this is reverb done right. And I know a friend of mine is watching this. You know, go listen to that project. Na nakwambianga story ya reverb. Endo uone. Utaget to sasa majina yako. Najua utaongea kwa comments vibaya. Lakini utakuwa mwana video. So, asante sana. But yeah, so this is how reverb is done right. For Steph Kapela, this intro is reverb heavy. However, there's a problem with the harmonies. In my case, I feel like the harmonies needed a bit more diversity. If we had different keys, like if the artists were in different keys or pitches, yeah, we have more singers than pitches. Yeah, I feel like it's keys. Yeah, if we had artists in different keys on the same note, definitely, and then more singers, it will have done the intro it will have really boosted the intro. It will have made it sound more heavy and stand out. But that's up to that. It's called creative differences, you know. As an artist, do what you want to do, but I feel like that will have really helped the track. So when it comes to this track, the reason I love this project is because Steph's vocals have been mastered and mixed right. Mixing and mastering engineer Ben Soul. And uchukue lessons hapo. At this point it's personal. So it has a classy vibe. I feel like Steph is one of those artists, when he gets the right producer, when he gets the right workspace and work frame of mind, he really delivers. And this project he really delivered. This is a project I listened from start to finish. And there were rarely points in time where I was like, this guy's off, or I don't like this voice, or why am I listening to this? No, this is a project where you listen to and you're like, wow, this guy is really meshed. I feel like it's one of those projects that's well thought out, whereby the producer and the artist sat down, came up with a plan and stuck to the plan, and even if there are differences or some diversions along the way, they just figured out how to work on it. There's a funky jazz vibe in some elements. The elements of funk, the elements of jazz, the elements of hip hop, the elements of R&B, the elements of trap soul. And he does this in such a way that's not trashy. Si ati anajaribu, jamaa kwenda pa kujaribu, alifanya bana. And this is something most Kenyan singers and artists need to look into, because rarely do Kenyans do this. Most of the time you feel like, ooh, this guy has copied someone from somewhere, or this sound is from this way. But Steph, you nailed it on this project. So the next thing is production, manzi. Mimi nitasema hivi, production man, huyu jamaa ali come through. Au producer wake bana aliamua. Huyu jamaa alikuwa anacheza, alikuja hapo kuchafua meza. Na alifanya nimerhyme bana. Makofi. Hey producer, weka hapo shangwe na nderemo. I've showed my rhyming skills. So the chemistry is unparalleled in his style. Hii inaitwanga Kara chemistry. There was production romance between the artist and the producer. Hapo kulikuwa hapo sauti ilikuwa inaingiana na hii system. Huyu producer anaelewa kila anafanya na anaelewa mtu mwenye anafanyia kazi. So I feel like this is a guy that they should definitely work more together, and this guy definitely needs more props. I didn't check the credits, so I cannot really tell who it is, and that's something I need to correct. However, the lyricism is hapo ndo zako na misanga. It's New Nairobi heavy. So personally, New Nairobi, mimi niko kwa fence hapo, mimi sijui, because there's a lot of politics around this genre or system, so I'm not gonna get really into it. I like some of their songs, some of the songs that this guy's hype, I feel like they're trash, but hey, by all means, bana, you do you. But let me be honest, the way he does it, he really switches between English and Sheng a lot. there's a lot of switches. There are lots of switches in there nini. And the problem that I have with this new Nairobi wave is the fact that when they do this thing where they are switching between English and Sheng, una feel ni kama wana force nile. I want to sound Kenyan, nataka nisikeme ni Mkenya. You see, like me, I can switch between English and Sheng seamlessly. It doesn't sound forced. But for them it's like I have to tailor my sound to both categories, so I just throw in some Sheng there, and that's something we need to change. But he does it in such a way that I feel like he's still experimenting with it. He hasn't really mastered it well, but he's one of the best people who does it. Like Calligraph, I think, is the best switcher between the two. He tries it, he really does it really well. Or the guys from Cardinali, I forget the lead one. There's the lead guy, the guy people usually compare him as the great OG or everything. That guy also switches really good. So yeah, but the thing is, I don't know, I'm not sure about this, Mr. Danganya. Some people, you might love it, you might hate it, but for me sometimes it feels tacky, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just one of those things that it's hit or miss. If you're good at it, you're good at it. So, but the good thing I have to say is that his mastery of both languages is quite good. He really knows what he's speaking about. He's not like he's just been pulling vocabularies out of his ass. So basically I have to admit that this guy can speak Sheng. I've heard him speak Sheng, and yeah, so he's not faking it. That's one thing I can say. But ni vile tu yani labda ilikataa kuingia kidogo. Najua unaweza andika wimbo utake hiyo sound fulani lakini unapata na sound nyingine. Ama namna gani? So the mixing and mastering is inconsistent. Now this is a problem in most Kenyan projects, I've realized. Case in point, number 1, Social Experiment by Ecstatic is one of those projects. Wanja Horror, I think also I listened to Wanja Horror recently, and there's also that issue. I don't know, is it Wanja Horror? I'm not sure. I'll confirm. Maybe I'll tell the producer I'll confirm which project it was. But Kenyan projects, mixing and mastering kuna visanga. It's like every single song has a different mixing engineer, mastering engineer. And what happens is there's this song inaitwa New Girl. Yeah, that song is supposed to be fire, but the vocals are muddy, ni kama zimemezwa. So inamaanisha the person who was doing the mastering aliloa vitu zingine vibaya. So if you are an audio purist like me, kuna venye utanotice hizi vitu na sitakusinya, because you're listening to a track, you cannot go to number 1, 2, 3, you make a volume number 5 unasikia kila kitu, alafu 4, 5, 6 inabidi ushikishe to volume number 2 juu kila kitu iko juu, 7, 8, 9. I don't like those gymnastics. I like listening to a song. If it's an album, flat rate to make a number 3 bass. The only reason I'm turning up the volume is because I fuck with that shit and I want some more. Basically that's it. Yeah, if you listen to death metal, you know what I mean. Ukianzanga unaanzanga level 2, lakini by the time unamaliza album uko level 10, alafu mpaka unashangata. Yeah, so there's that inconsistency. I feel like maybe these people don't listen to their projects with critical listening, or maybe it's because mimi usikiza Spotify. Mimi sijui, maybe it's a Spotify issue, maybe it's something. But if you know what's been happening, you just tell me what's going on. And then the next thing I want to say, there's a song that he sings in Patois, this Jamaican slang thing, and I feel like it's time Kenyan artists stop doing that shit. Because if it's not your thing, please don't. This is hapa yenyewe tulichezwa. Kwa hii verse ya Ambassador hii, hiyo verse by the way ilikataa bana. Mimi kwangu haikuweza. Mimi sijui, labda ni mimi kwangu iko na venye sijui. Labda wewe ilikubamba. Kama ilikubamba by the end of comment niambie bana, ujui kile unasema. Wewe kama ilikubamba, defend the man, fight for the man. Let's have a conversation. But in my opinion, I feel like that's the weakest link in this album. That Patois thing, haikuweza bana. Because najua this attempt, this guy is trying to sound Jamaican, and he's not Jamaican, and he doesn't pull the accent off well. So it just feels like this is a Kenyan trying to sound Jamaican, or it's just a guy who's trying to sound Jamaican. That didn't work well for me. Maybe you're still practicing, maybe you'll get better at it. By all means, enda gym ujaribu hiki tu, but you part of history apart. And I've noticed that's a lot of this Kenyan national jiranga dancehall artists. They do that, and then you find that it doesn't really sound Jamaican. It just sounds like someone who's just trying to sound Jamaican, and it's fake. It comes off as fake, and that's not a bad thing. However, I have to be honest, let's call a spade a spade. Hiyo hook yake, hiyo hook yake ni moto. Mr. Danganya, yangu kama every time nimesikiza nimerukia verse ya kwanza alafu nikaenda kwa hook na nikasikiza Steph. Kwa na venye alafu yuko na hiyo verse next yenye inakujanga in Swahili, my friend. Let me be honest, this track ukitoa story ya Patois, Eno utafute ngoma utaniambia ukitoa story ya patwa. Hiyo Jamaican thing. Watu wangeimba tu hata nishenga ma English ama whatever. This track is fire. But that patwa thing ilinitoa nje. Mimi sijui labda wewe ilikubamba labda kubamba. You just tell me what you think. So basically, what do I think of this album? Conclusion. Basically, let me just be honest. Mixing and mastering is one of those albums I give a 7 because ni mistakes tu moja mbili tatu. I'm actually 6.5. Najua ukikona mistakes hapa na 7. Acha niseme tu kweli 7, 8, 7.5 hapo. Si mbaya sana. Hakuna ubaya. Mingi ni moja mbili tatu ndo ametucheza. Lyricism, hey, Steph ni mnoma. Namba 8 kama kawaida. 8.59, 8.9. But as G, hiki tuwezi patia rating. But let me just be honest. This album, how can I describe this album? Instead of giving it a rating, let me give it my thoughts. This is Hennessy and wine night mixed with caviar. This is the kind of music you listen to when you are bringing your lady home. Valentine's playlist. Usiende mbali, eka tu album. Usisumbukane, eka tu album. Kwanza kama ni Mkenya, ataisikiza na atakuuliza who is that? Tell them that's my boy Steph Kapela, recommended by Jerry Fnnr. Nifahamu. Sikudanganya. Hiyo siku kuna wimbo hapo inaitwa mara ngapi? Trust me, that will be your anthem that night. But as I was saying, so this is the music you listen to when you're chilling with your girlfriend or your significant other or your wife. And the best thing about this album is it cuts across all ages, whether you are a millennial or a boomer. Actually, millennials and generation wise will get this. This album is for them. Boomers not so sure, but it might work for you. So the whole project, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Why am I giving it a 7.5? Because I can. So my favorite song, someone asked me in another project to tell you the favorite songs. I'll link them in the description, but it's Marangapi and my least favorite is Ambassador. Yeah, because yo party nini patwa hiyo shins. So tuonane next time. Kama kawaida, I've been your host Mbeta Jerry and Ndugu aka Hybrid Ace. I'll be releasing music soon, probably next year January, sijui, maybe, who knows. Hata naweza release kesho. Mimi sijui, mimi release tu nikijisikia. But I'm working on it, but seriously I'm working on it. So thank you for being with us. Journey to 100 subscribers tuanze sasa. Sasa nataka kuchukua industry by storm. Na for those of you who know why I'm doing this, I'm not doing this to create enemies, I'm doing this to make friends. So I'll give you advice if you want. If you don't like my advice, by all means, usione channel yangu. Hata ongea tu by unsubscribe, do whatever. But by all means, kama uko na muziki unataka nisikie nitumie. Na by the way, nimekumbuka. Kuna mtu kwa comments alisema nisikize ngoma yake. Wewe ndo next.